Oh, it is absolutely the definitive way to play Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, one of the best RPGs and GameCube games ever made. Anyway.
Yep.
Cool. Right, so, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Darius the Conqueror livestream. Hope you're doing well, having a lovely, lovely day, and good to see each and every one of you. Zane is with me once again, the maker of this game, wonderful friend and co-host. So big thank you to him for helping out and for letting me play this fantastic game.
Thank you for having me on.
It's always a pleasure. So last time we left off, the couple were reunited. We defeated Nemesis, or beat Nemesis, and we're pretty much prepping for the final battle, which isn't the next chapter. It's like the next sequence of chapters is the final battle. But we were just sorting out stuff, getting a fuck ton of money, and trying to manipulate the RNG so it didn't fuck us over, which it did a couple of times. But what are you gonna do? So before we move on to the next bit, there's a support we can do. So let's do it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those supports that didn't actually get written.
Yeah. Hey, still better than what Radiant Dawn did. Yeah. So yeah, we invested a lot of money into stuff. It was mostly stat boosters we invested in because we're fine as far as weapons go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we also gave Helen a shit ton of stuff because she kind of needed it. She came in a little bit under-leveled, but she caught up very, very quickly. Berseria is a very good game. Yeah, Grieper recently beat it. It was his first Tales game. And most Tales fans really do champion Berseria. Yeah, so good stuff. So how's everyone else, if you have been playing it, how's everyone else been enjoying the Thousand Year Door remake? I hope everyone else is having a wonderful time. Whether it's your next time experience, as in like you've experienced it before but just want to play the remake, or it's your first time. I reckon for a lot of people, this will be their first time.
Yeah. I mean, the game has fallen afoul of Nintendo's, has for many years fallen afoul of Nintendo's tendency to be behind the curve with re-releasing old games, which
their legacy
I think is unfortunate.
Their legacy, unfortunately, their treatment of legacy titles is appalling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thankfully, I mean, I have already 100%ed the remake, and I was telling Lewis earlier, it is everything I could have wanted out of a remake of Thousand Year Door.
Yeah. I mean, it was already, still is considered one of the best RPGs in GameCube games, and now it's better.
Yes.
It's like how I feel with Metroid Prime Remastered. It's not my favorite Metroid game, but it's in my opinion, the best way to play Metroid Prime, which is one of the best Metroid games and best GameCube games. Mm-hmm. Tis a good time. Tis a good time indeed. Also, hopefully this makes for a good redirection of the Paper Mario series, because it's been waning as of late. Mm-hmm. It's been in a weird place because Super Paper Mario came out. Generally, people liked it, not as much as the other two, but they still liked it. And then Sticker Star happened. We don't talk about that. Then Color Splash happened. Was a little better. We still don't talk about that apparently. And then Origami King happened, and I think people liked it in general.
I mean,
Hey, Matt.
I mean, the reception to Origami King, as far as I could tell, was a little mixed, but it was mostly positive. Just
yeah,
people said it wasn't as good as the first two, which I mean, I don't know.
That's a high bar. That's a very high bar. Because both Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door are incredible RPGs. The original Paper Mario is one of my favorites. I love it. Bearing in mind I've not played Thousand Year Door yet, but I own the GameCube version, and I will play it eventually. And if I love it that much, I'll probably buy the re-release. Because I hear with Origami King, some people legitimately like it, whereas some people are saying you only like it because it's better than the last two.
I mean, I'm not sure I would ever play Origami King, to be honest, but like I get the feeling that I wouldn't. I get the feeling that I might like it, but I might also just not.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on where you stand. Because I know for a lot of people, the people that really don't like games like Sticker Star, Color Smash, and Origami King are people who've played the old Paper Mario games. Obviously, newcomers are a bit more open to it. Yeah. Newcomers are a bit more open to it, but the people who've played Paper Mario since the beginning, they hold the main two in extremely high regard, understandably so, and as a result, the newer games really don't stand up to that standard.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I know about the director changing. Super Paper Mario was weird because that changed from a RPG to a platformer. Very innovative platformer. That was a game I played and beaten. I'd probably enjoy it more now, but because here's the thing about Super Paper Mario for me. I enjoy it as a story experience. I don't enjoy it as a video game, though.
I mean, the thing with Super Paper Mario is, to me, it's kind of like in the same place as Zelda 2, where it's got problems, but I just love the idea behind it enough that, and I think that does carry it for me.
Oh yeah,
but I will admit it is very flawed.
Yeah, the ideas are great, and again, the flip, like the mechanics, some of the mechanics, like the flip to 3D is such a cool idea. You implement that into a Mario platformer, oh my god! Imagine what you could do with that, like a real dedicated Mario platformer.
I mean, the thing with the flip to 3D is that I don't think it was used as well as it could have been in Super Paper Mario, because I just remember it being used for kind of basic stuff.
Yeah, but imagine that idea pushed to its limit. Oh, good to see you, Jeppo.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm glad you finished Galaxy 2. I hope you enjoyed Galaxy 2, because Galaxy 2 is excellent.
Yeah. And meanwhile, in the story...
Yeah, Halfgan's like, it's like, what is this? Is this fear? Good to see you, Tackle. It's like, I have these runes and all, but have you seen Darius' stats and weapons? Fuck! Once again, traditional story thing, but it's something I like to poke fun at. You know, this whole thing could have been averted if the villains didn't toy with their prey. Again, everything does it. Everything does it. It's just something I like to poke fun at. Yeah, here we go for the next chapter. So I believe we have 3 left?
Yeah, we have 3 left.
Yep. So
this chapter, the next one, and then the final chapter.
What should I play next? FF15 or Super Paper Mario? Final Fantasy 15's a big one. Depends on what you're feeling. You know what? Why don't you do Super Paper Mario first, then go to FF15 so you can transition from platformer to RPG platformer to full-on RPG. Also, Final Fantasy 15 is going to be an investment, so I recommend Super Paper Mario first. Again, we were just talking about Super Paper Mario. I do wonder, like, if Nintendo will ever, or if Paper Mario will ever try something like that again. Because while obviously I know why not everyone could get down with Super Paper Mario, it definitely had really good ideas. And I think with what do you call it? And I think with a really fleshed out game design, it could be a really damn good, like, you know, not a traditional Paper Mario game, but a really, 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 really good one. Like,
yeah, I'd certainly be open to having I'd certainly be open to having another game that's in the style of Super Paper Mario.
Okay. All right, question for you, Cam, because I have this weird thing. How is Final Fantasy 15? Because I hear it's a good Final Fantasy game, just not one of the best. But at the same time, after what Jay was telling me, how a lot of Final Fantasy fans just can't get past 7, 8, and 9, and 10, I wonder if 15 is, like, just okay, or whether it is a pretty good Final Fantasy game, but because it's not classic Final Fantasy, people don't give it enough credit. It's
the
weird.
only thing I've ever heard, I've heard some people praise Final Fantasy 15. I know that iPatchWolf I know that iPatchWolf has a video that basically eviscerates the game and says that it's kind of a poorly put together mess, which I mean, he makes a compelling argument for it, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. I can't speak to it at all. I don't really have an interest in Final Fantasy games past 10, to be honest. Like maybe 16, mm-hmm. but even then, that's kind of a eh.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Also, Matt, I'm glad to hear that you're making your own, and glad to hear that I was an inspiration, you know?
Put the comment system. Okay, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like the Super Paper Mario problem. It sounds like, from what Cam is describing, Final Fantasy 15 is a really cool game to study and go into the characters and the plot details, but actually playing it is kind of frustrating. I mean, do you want to verify that for me, Cam? Or how I felt about Super Paper Mario, personally? But I wonder, because it's just interesting with Final Fantasy, because I hear so many conflicting things, but Final Fantasy is such a big series, and things do change, and everyone has their own experiences with it. Okay, fair enough, Cam. Okay, cool. I mean, that, you know, that can work for some people, whether a game is more interesting to experience, like in terms of its story and characters, but actually playing it is, you know, something else entirely. You know, there are plenty of games like that, where, I mean, hell, I imagine for a lot of people, that's what The Last of Us is like. I mean, I wouldn't know, I haven't played it, yeah.
Grieper, I've said this in a couple streams before, but I don't plan on working on any more Fire Emblem ROM hacks past this point. With the exception of writing the story for Armory's ROM hack, which I've been kind of bad about, because I have not... I've just been really unproductive lately, to be honest. And meanwhile, back in the story, the Nemesis concocts a plan to warp the have Ganon and the Iron Horn clan away to attack the city of Stalgard.
See?
While Darius is besieging the base of the Iron Horn clan. So and she leaves Alaric behind to defend it.
So it's a diversion.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Nemesis knows warp strats. Nemesis knows where it's at. Yeah, LTC as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, well, fuck. It's like, I wonder if, like, we could just surrender to Darius and tell him the truth. I'm pretty sure he'd spare us. I wouldn't put it past him. I don't think Darius, if they literally said, oh, by the way, Nemesis pulled a thing, have Gans elsewhere, they'd be like, aight. Yeah. Alright, so the combat in 15. I have to ask Cam, was the combat in 15 Final Fantasy's first attempt at being like an action RPG? Because obviously games like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy 16 are more action RPG focused. Was 15 their first attempt at the style? I'm curious to know. I think so.
I mean, I can't say for sure. It seems to me like 13 was where they started pivoting a little bit more towards into action RPG territory.
Fair enough.
I know that one of the big things with Final Fantasy 15's combat is that it kind of has a bad case of, like, you can hold one button down and it just kind of does everything.
And that's obviously
one of the big things that was one of the big things that iPatchWolf talked about in his video on 15.
And when you're an action-based game, holding down one button is bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's interesting because, you know, Final Fantasy as a series, I haven't played any of the games, but just from what I've gathered, it definitely feels like there's a real, I wouldn't say divide, but more so, Final Fantasy is one of those ones where depending on your preferences, some people get very stuck in their ways. Not everybody, but that's what I've gathered from just osmosis and talking to other people. Right, so who to bring? I'll bring you because I like you. And one more person.
Yeah. Oh, Armory's reminding me. This chapter, the map for this chapter was partly designed by Armory. Yeah, it was designed for a different tile set, so I switched it to the volcanic looking tile set that it uses. And I did make a couple of edits to the actual geography of the map. Because I think he had it so that the castle was supposed to be at the bottom of the map, and I moved it to the top right.
I see. Okay, so yeah, we're in Lethal Lava Land, and there's a lot of enemies, and there's a village. Who the fuck lives around here? Oh wait, the clan do.
Yeah. Anyways, for this chapter, Darius and Garrick have a talk conversation. Darius and Oratorius have a talk conversation, and Oratorius will be joining your party once the map starts. And Ulysses and Farah have a talk conversation.
Do you say Garrick, or whatever his name is?
Yeah, Garrick, the pirate.
Oh, right, but he's so low level. I'm sorry, I can't bring him. He's not even promoted. Look at you, I haven't even got a name tag.
It's unfortunate because I do really like the talk he has with Darius, but, you know, We'll have to save that for another
LP.
time around.
Yeah, another time.
Yeah, it's basically he just Darius forgiving Garrick for kind of screwing his family over.
Yeah, you screwed my family over, but I'm about to become emperor, and I'm about to have sex with the king's daughter. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
If anything, I should be thanking you.
Yeah. Also, the boss has a battle dialogue with Darius and Boudica.
Yeah. I'm not. You know what, Cameron? I am not surprised. Final Fantasy soundtracks, you know, they usually tend to be always really good. So that doesn't surprise me. Not quite yet, Sierra. We're approaching the end, but not quite. We still got two more battles. Let me just double check everybody's inventory and so on. Right, because I know I was meant to give some items away. We don't need a holy sword. Yeah, so we might have to do a little bit of, like, you know, thing for now, but let's just yes, let me see. Let's just work with things. All right, take 2 of these. Yeah. I mean, you know, not every RPG has good music. Sonic Chronicles exists. But no, most RPGs do, you know. That's how they are. RPGs, you know. Good music is kind of their forte.
That's just how they are, PG.
Get out. No, but yeah. Do I want to bring a Brave Axe for you? I mean, you already got Scale Breaker. So yeah, give you a Tomahawk, because hell yes. Right, Scale Breaker. I got a Lance, don't I? Yeah, I got Lance. Yeah, Chronicles is pretty much the only one, and that's the, you know, so that is a good sign when Chronicles is the only RPG to kind of suffer that blight. Because I haven't heard any other RPGs having crappy soundtracks. I mean, I'm sure there is one out there, but I sure as shit haven't heard it.
I mean, there's some RPGs I've played that have not necessarily bad soundtracks, but, you know, just not up to par with the rest. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Tales of Tempest. Okay, fair enough. I mean, you know, not every soundtrack can always hit it out the park. I still think FE7's soundtrack is a little bit on the weak side, but you know, it is what it is.
Hades, I think that the tile set for this map is a custom one. Because it's listed, if you have it open in FFP Builder, it's listed under Plains, the Plains tile set.
I'm evil right now.
Oh, you're abusing bolting strats.
Yeah, I'm evil right now. Fuck every one of you. I got bolting.
Am I evil? Yes, I am.
Yeah, hey, openly admits it. Am I evil? Yeah. Oh boy, if only I could buy. Oh yeah, that's the one thing. I didn't think they had any longbows on sale, which is a shame. Let me look. Use up this mithril bow. Okay, let me just keep an eye out for all these people. God, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff to manage right now. Yeah. Item management. Oh, item management. Actually, while we're here.
You also have stat boosters that you bought last chapter.
I did. Right, hold on. Is that... God, that's 15 weight? Jesus. That's only 10. Yeah, so the stat boosters I'll apply once I've sorted out everybody's weapons. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can have the Brave Axe. Take the Brave Axe, damn it. Alright. That's all good.
Yeah, Hades, I think that this tile set is supposed to be like a reskin of like the Western Isles. Or it's maybe not even the Western Isles, it's just like a custom thing that
Silver, good to see you.
Similar to Western Isles.
Yeah.
I don't know. My brain is slightly fried because I've been replaying Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Oh, I'm close to wrapping that game up, the main campaign of that game up. Fun times, fun times. Those alpha Pokemon scare me.
Yeah. No, I've been wanting to go back and replay it because I never actually got the 100%.
I imagine 100% of the game is not the easiest thing in the world.
It's not easy, and it is kind of a busy work fest, but, like, I'm determined to do it, because, like, I don't want to... Because I feel kind of bad about leaving that game sort of half-completed, the first time around.
Wrong one. Right. Yeah, we got multiple physics stuff, so... There. Bolting. Yeah, I'm just stocking up on bolting because why not? Right, so I'm going to take a quick break and then just sort out a couple of things. I'll see you in a sec. Don't worry, they're all going to die in the end. Everybody's going to die in the end. I just need to sort out a couple of things. Oh, a couple of things. Now, who's got what? What do you call it? Yeah, physics, that's fine. Take a staff for you. She's got barrier, restore, rescue. What else we got? We got hammering. We'll hold on to that. You never know when we might need that. So hold on to the hammering. Okay, I think we're all good. Let's just see about the stat boosters. Who needs what? Darius, you don't need anything. You can fuck off, greedy pig. Ah, Joe, good to see you. Okay. I mean, the dragon could probably use a speed booster, I'd imagine.
Maybe.
Maybe. Everyone else is pretty good on the stat front. Yeah. He might be able to... He might need strength. She actually needs strength. She could use speed because, you know... 21 plus 3 is 24, so that's a good amount of speed. There we go.
Alright.
Now, what weapon did I have? It was a Mithril Bow Battle Axe. Oh, it was the Killing Edge. There we go. Yeah. When you going to post main store? Yeah. No, I'm not doing the post game. That's way too long. Again, Legends Arceus, I've enjoyed myself, but I've got other things to do, and I don't want it to drag out for too long.
Yeah, probably best to do that to do the post game on your own time.
Yeah, there you go. I generally don't do post game in live streams unless I know what the post game is, or it's not that difficult to do, or it's a big like with Xenoblade DLC, it's a big part of the experience. Whereas Arceus' post game, I think I can live without it. I'll just do it again. I'll just do it in my own time.
Do it on my own time.
Yeah. Trust me, it's like with Pokemon. I don't do post game for a lot of Pokemon games because otherwise I'd be there for fucking ages. Could you imagine if we did all of Black 2's post game? Hell the fuck no.
Oh no.
I love Black 2, don't get me wrong, but the whole thing? Yeah. One per franchise, gaming characters to save me. Okay. If I had to have characters save me and it's one per franchise, I would have... Who would I have save me? I would have Poppy save me because she's reliable and she's a super powerful fighting robot. I would have... I would have Volk save me because as long as I pay him well, he can do anything. And I would have Phoenix Wright save me because he could bullshit his way out of anything. So if I get into trouble, he'll find a way to save me. Gotta love Phoenix Wright. He bullshits his way through life, but man, does it work. You know what, group? I highly recommend Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Great game. Great game. Oh, you need a speed boost, honey. Yeah, so, and I'll give one to Helen. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is indeed a very, very good game. You know what else is a good game? Dragon's Dogma and Dragon's Dogma 2. You should play those. You hear me? Dragon's Dogma, Dragon's Dogma 2. Play them. Play them. One of these days, I will stream them. One of these days. One of these days. They're good games. I played Dragon's Dogma when I went to see Cam. It was a lot of fun.
Alright.
Yeah. It's one of those underrated games that Capcom kind of forgot about till recently. It's like, oh right, we have Dragon's Dogma. We should do something with that. Then Capcom, unfortunately, Capcom are like that with some of their franchises. Oh right, we have Okami. We should do something with that. Oh right, we've got Power Stone. We should do something with that. Oh right, we have Darkstalkers. We should do something with that. Right, last energy drop. Who's it going to? Probably Lysander, actually. He seems to be the weakest. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Lysander is the one who deserves it.
It's funny, because Lysander was the one no one expected to get this far, especially you. Yeah.
No, I certainly did not.
And Body Ring. Alright, Body Ring introduces Constitution. That's going to a woman because the men, for some reason, just have really good con. The women don't. General rule of thumb for Fire Emblem, if you're a woman, your con sucks. Especially if you're a GBA woman. Oh, God. Oh, alright, so Farah's the exception. She's got 15.
Yeah. She is pretty beefy.
Oh yeah, Onimusha. Johnny keeps talking about how good the Onimusha games are. I've yet to play any of them. You can get the body ring. Oh, I'm also gonna distribute some of those nuts so that we can be a couple of levels lower, just so we don't cap. There we go.
Utilize the power of D's nuts.
Indeed. Oh, the main Kanji, good to see you. If you're GBA girl, you're not thick. It's funny because Lynn's legs are pretty thick. Hey man, Lynn's legs are something else entirely. Right, there you go. I mean, if you're a free houses woman, damn, you're thick.
Doing.
Nah, seriously, free houses ladies are fucking stacked.
Sierra Mac, no, she cannot use a rocket launcher because she's not an Overwatch character.
Unfortunately. To be fair, I get more use out of this Farah than the other Farah. I'm not good, but I was never particularly good with Farah in Overwatch. Then again, Farah is very matchup dependent. If the enemy team has McCree 76, alright, this is Overwatch 1. If the enemy team had McCree 76, Hanzo, or Widowmaker, don't play the game. If they didn't have them, you steamrolled. Yeah, seriously, it was just one of those things. So we'll save the last nut. I'm a McCree guy. Yeah, I mean, McCree I could use every now and then. I wasn't a main, but I liked him. So, do you have enough money? Nope. Now I do. Oh, she looks gorgeous, but Lysithia sure as shit ain't thick. In fact, Kiki Mation made a joke about that. That was funny. Lysithia's like, oh, when I grow up, I'll be all curvy and juicy. It's like, no. Nah.
That was a pretty funny comic, I remember that.
For what it's worth, she outgrew, what's her face? She outgrew Edelgard.
Oh.
Somehow. To this day, I still don't get how Hilda's the shortest. Because she doesn't look the shortest.
I know. Hilda actually looks like she'd be, you know, tall, but maybe that's just because, you know, I associate big boobs with tall.
Generally speaking, yeah. I mean, most of the big-boobed women in free houses are quite tall. But then there's also the fact that, you know, Hilda's hair... It also helps that Hilda's hair is quite big and props her up. So there's that.
That is also true.
She's buff. Yeah, Hilda is buff too, as much as she doesn't like to admit it. I'm a delicate little flower. It's like, I'm too fragile for this. Oh, I can't do this. I just had my nails done. Hilda, you have a fucking, like, you have one of the highest strength stats in the game. So... Oh, boy. All right, let's get started. I mean, yeah, there's the heals too. Did Timeskip Bernie get anything new? Timeskip Bernie actually outgrew Edelgard as well, because she was smaller than Edelgard, then she outgrew her. Oh, right, you're here. Hi, Athos. My name is Artorias. Nice, that's nice. Anyway, Athos.
Yeah.
To be fair, she also... Big just runs in her family. Have you seen her brother Holst? Jesus. And that guy doesn't even have a crest.
Gandalf the Purple. Jeppo.
Yeah. God, there's so many different classes of Gandalf. There's grey, there's purple, there's white. Mm-hmm. Where's Gandalf the Magenta? So I have this super powerful tome. Does anyone else want it? Willow. Yike!
She certainly could use it.
Yeah.
But...
Hyperion. So let's have a look at his stats. Cool.
Is basically what you expect.
Cool. And yeah, he's got the most powerful of thing spells. But what magic plus 5. Because I mixed up the plus and I thought it said plus 15. I was like, what the fuck,
yeah,
dude?
No. I enjoy giving my players broken shit, but not that broken.
Yes, he is a Goto. Also, Athos. Now I'm a mercenary. Now I'm an old man. Now I'm a mercenary. Now I'm an old man.
I know.
Now I'm a mercenary. Now I'm an old man. Now I'm a mercenary. Again, it is what it is. It's funny. There's no need to get upset about it. It's funny. It's legitimately really funny.
I know, but it personally drives me nuts.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Can't be helped sometimes. Can't be helped.
Said but true.
Right.
Alright. So yeah, this is a pretty straightforward map, honestly.
Will guns ever be an FE? Well, in Fire Emblem Heroes, the main summoner character has a summoning gun. It doesn't shoot bullets, it shoots waifus. I'm thinking, is that Fire Emblem Heroes or Genshin Impact? Or betting at Honkai Star Rail? Right, they're pretty far away, so we're okay. Does he have a bow equipped? Please say no. Okay, he doesn't have one equipped on him. That's good. Okay, I love the drums in this thing. Just like the boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Oh, sweet merciful Jesus. So this guy's got a bow. But I've got a brave bow.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy's got a bow. I've got a brave bow. Jesus. Oh yeah, oh yeah, the book 5, she has some weird ass gun. To be fair, Fire Emblem Heroes is, you know, just filled with weird weapons, which does kind of make it cool. In book 5, they ride weird automatons, and you know that's cool. God damn, these people. It's like Orion, man. What the? I don't remember when Orion got this powerful. That was always this powerful.
Kind of was, yeah.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, the Griffin Rider class has the life and death skill, so.
Oh right. Helps. So yeah, if Orion gets attacked, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. May I kill the rest of you? Oh shit! I can actually double you. Huh.
Drusilla doubling. You don't see that every day.
No, but it's nice. I appreciate it. And this guy's got a Brave Lance too. Oh, it's nice that you gave the enemy weapons that are worth a damn as well.
Yeah.
Because some games are so scared to do that. FE7 especially. It's so scared to give enemies some actually decent weapons. Right, bolts.
Up until the final chapter.
And even then, the final chapter... Oh, the final chapter goes kind of crazy, though.
Yeah. That's a weird thing with FE7 is, like, most of the game is kind of piss easy, especially on, like, the lower difficulties, but... Once you get to the end of the game,
yeah,
like,
they really
the last chapter is kind of a spike, honestly.
Yeah, good to see you, Specky X3. Like, yeah, the last chapter, they don't fuck around. They throw the bosses at you. Like, Uhai is super difficult, and Lloyd, oh my god, or Zombie Uhai and Lloyd. Oh my god, they're something else. That's all I can say. They are something else.
Rex Hosta is the traumatic event. That's an interesting way of putting it, Sierra.
Yeah, it's certainly traumatizing if you don't have the stats for it. Right.
Well, no, because the Rex Hosta is wielded by Darren, who's not really that big a deal.
Yeah, he's not too bad. He can be difficult. Again, Lloyd, Linus, and Uhai are the biggest threats. They'll fuck you up. What the hell? Did he use counter?
Oh, he does have the counter skill, yes.
Oh, okay. That went over my head. Well, while we're here.
Hosta is basically a Brave Silverlance. It does not have a Brave effect, Sierra.
Pretty sure it doesn't. At least not in FE7. I can double check that, but pretty sure it doesn't in FE7. I just remember it being a powerful lance, but not having a Brave effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Counter, you know what's funny? Counter's a skill that doesn't usually get me in Fire Emblem, but Awakening, it fucked me over so much. Oh, it fucked me in Awakening. It fucked me so hard.
Yeah. It's an annoying skill, and honestly, I kind of regret putting it on enemies.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but, you know, it's just sometimes when it gets you, it'll get you good.
Yeah. Honestly, there's a fair amount of stuff in this game that I honestly, I'm like, why did I put this in here?
Well, it was the first attempt, like you said.
Fun.
Well, like you said, you kind of made this game relatively quickly speaking, and there's obviously going to be cracks in the armor.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, Darius the Conqueror is kind of a rush job in a lot of ways, because it was, you know, I made it over the course of like a year and a half on my own, and you know, I took very little time to actually go back and polish early parts of the game. But that was like, and that was mostly just a case of like, I was just concerned about, you know,
getting it done.
Not actually, yeah. I just wanted to get the project done. You know, because I'd had a bad habit in the past of like just not finishing projects that I started. So yeah, I mean, and honestly, there's places where it does kind of show, if I'm being real.
I mean, being a rush job doesn't automatically make things bad. Some of the best games ever were rush jobs. Do you know Melee was a rush job?
Well, I mean, yeah. In Melee's case, I do think it kind of shows in places, but
tell that to the competitive scene. They'll crucify you for criticizing Melee. You criticize Melee? Death.
I don't know. I mean, Melee is one of those games where like I loved it growing up, but like I've tried going back to play it, and I just can't get into it anymore.
No, that's understandable. There is some psych, especially if you don't have the perfect setup. There's a lot of input delay and stuff. I've experienced that too, and it has some stuff that the new Smash Bros. Games introduced, which I can't live without. Like basically being able to grab ledges from behind, and you can't. And in Melee, you can edge guard people really badly. And but also Halo 2 was Halo 2 was a rush job, and that game was great as well. Except for the thingy difficulty mode. Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, except for the highest difficulty, which is basically impossible.
Yeah, Zora's told me all about that. I mean, if you can get your hands on Melee group, I recommend it. Melee is still fantastic. I don't think it's it deserves all the respect it's gotten. I just don't think it's the whole second coming of Christ. But it does deserve all the respect. It is an incredible video game. Like, good lord, there's no denying how incredible Smash Bros. Melee is.
Yeah, I mean, I still respect Melee, you know, and I respect the competitive scene, you know, but it's, you know, it's just a game that the passage of time has not been kind to it, in my opinion.
Yeah. We were talking about
sucks
Halo.
Because there's a lot of stuff in Melee. There is a lot of stuff in Melee. Like, I still think it has one of the better single-player experiences of any Smash Bros. Game.
100%. I love Melee single-player mode. Oh, level up for the dragon. But yeah, we're talking about Halo 2's legendary difficulty and how awful it is. Yeah.
I'm helping.
And here comes Farah. Good to see you, Farah. Let me give you a shout out because Farah's very close to his follower goal, so please give him a follow. Yeah, very, very much appreciate it. Good to see you, Farah. Yeah. Thank you ever so much. Right, let's continue. Darius, away! And Ulysses. Farah. Oh yeah, Farah and Ulysses have a conversation, so let's talk. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, so Ulysses has been here before. He says never thought I'd return here, yeah.
Because remember, he used to be a member of the Ironhorn clan, because he's Havgan's kid.
Yeah. To be fair, you know, yeah, he takes after his mum. Yeah. Does Ulysses have a conversation with Havgan by any chance?
When we fight him, yeah.
Yeah.
But that won't be till next chapter.
Not the bell end, not the bell end. Well done, Farah, Valkyria Chronicles champion. Yeah, if Melee was completed, it'd still be fantastic, but it probably wouldn't be have the same staying power in the competitive scene, because one of the main reasons people love Melee so much is because it is fundamentally broken in certain aspects, and those aspects are exploited, and a whole new metagame was made around it. Specifically wave dashing and stuff. But also, many Melee characters just don't work. Like, you know, Yoshi's grab doesn't work, Mask's grab is broken, and Game & Watch doesn't work. Mm-hmm. It's true. Game & Watch doesn't work. His shield doesn't cover his body. Oh, I can talk to Darius. Yeah.
Also, Pharaoh drops a little hint that she's pregnant with Ulysses' kid.
Ah, yeah, the Pent and Louise did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 6.5 feet.
Yeah. He's a tall boy, and Helen's only 5'4".
Oh yeah, Helen's. I'm not surprised. That's about average height for a woman. I think 5'6" might be the average for a woman. Around that height. I mean, I'm not surprised that Helen's a little bit on the small side. I mean, it's still bigger than Edelgard.
I know.
So now we get a bit of history of Darius' ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Darius reminds Thingy of better times.
Yeah.
Thank God Iwata came in and saved Melee when he could, because again, without Iwata, Melee would have barely functioned. It's kind of in that, again, Melee came out to that middle ground. Not quite broken, but not complete, and then it ended up being one of the most beautiful, unique video games ever made. And the main reason people bought a GameCube. Again, it's the best-selling GameCube game at 7 million copies. Certainly impressive, but not exactly the biggest blockbuster hit out there. Don't get me wrong, 7 million is excellent, but as we've seen, 7 million is like, you know, it's just under the benchmark of global phenomenon. I consider 10 million global phenomenon for video games, if you ask me. Well, let's say 10 million, I mean 10 million in a single entry, not as an accumulative. Anyway. Oh, we've got Fortify. Don't need to use that.
He comes with a Fortify staff.
He comes with everything, including the kitchen sink. Now, where's Willow? There you are. So, what's the dancer's level cap? 20 or... Oh, it's 20.
20.
Okay. So, now in some games, the level cap goes up to, like, 30 and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is not one of those cases.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't double any of this slot, but oh well.
Yeah.
At least I can do some damage. Stand near Darius to get an attack boost. Oh man, that's almost enough to kill him. Almost. But alas.
Close, but no cigar.
Oh, no. There we go. Damn!
Welp.
Right, see you later, Farah. Hope everything goes well, and thank you so much for raiding. I hope that your follower goal gets closer and closer.
Appreciate the raid, Farah. Take care.
Yeah. Right, here comes the army. Oh, yeah, here they go. With their Eclipse Tome. Ow. Oh, the irony, using an Ice Tome in a lava area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, so we'll take a very quick break and then we'll make a move out. I'm about to fuck shit up. Right, so... Again, there's enemies down there. Pretty well spread out. Oh, this guy's got bolting as well. Well, we'll see about that. Right. I can warp people, but that's a bit excessive at this point. Dragon can go
a little
over
bit
there.
excessive, but that village gives a third pair of boots, by the way.
A third pair of boots? Oh, now you really are spoiling me.
Indeed.
Hold on a minute. Alright, he's got a bow, so we've got to get rid of you. Alright, let's go this side first before tackling that side. Let me move you two up, because you guys can't reach very far to begin with. Okay, no, there's physic and so on. Once again with bolting, because fuck you.
I mean, tackle, that's a little bit weird to me because, like, you say that it's going to lose its turn-based gameplay because Engage didn't sell as well as Three Houses did. But like Three Houses
Was
didn't,
also
was still
turn-based.
turn-based, you know. So like that makes no sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, fuck. Oh well. Yeah, it was an art. Yeah, I know it was an article, but that article is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, that's one of those things where it's like, if you take 2 seconds to think about it, you realize, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it's like, I realize, yeah, it's an article, but like, that's still a really bizarre conclusion to come to, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like, I can understand they said maybe, like, Fire Emblem's gonna do the whole, or maybe Fire Emblem's gonna, try the Three Houses thing of, you know, maybe having a hub and doing the thing where you have a team which you instruct. That I could understand where they're coming from, but saying it's not turn-based when Fire Emblem has always been turn-based and Three Houses was definitely turn-based. It's like,
yeah.
It's like, guys, did you even, like, I don't know, some people journalists make me laugh, because sometimes they don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about.
I'm gonna say, like, it was a little weird that Helen was running through that Sage sprite, but no, that Sage does not exist. It's a graphical glitch.
It's a figment of our imagination.
Yeah, basically.
Again, some articles with video games are just weird. But yeah, that's why you just take it with a grain of salt and, again, just use your brains. So thing is no longer going to be turn-based because of Three Houses. Three Houses was turn-based. Your argument is invalid.
It's very invalid.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. Well, yeah, you had every right to make fun of it because it didn't make any sense.
It's stupid.
Very, very stupid. About stupid as that level up. Anyway.
At least Targot. Well, Targot has capped most of his stats, I think. So.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter ultimately. Right, he's almost done. Let's just keep moving.
He's definitely in resolve range, though.
Yep. But what does resolve range matter if I have a fucking, bolting tome?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in resolve range. That's cute. Now die. It's like, oh, Willow, can I have my super fire tome back? Willow, where are you going? She's just like, yike! Right.
Matt, the whole concept of like woke is one of those things where it's like it's a word that has no meaning, basically, because nobody.
It's a blank term.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, people complaining about wokeness, like, they don't know what they're fucking talking about half the time.
Well, again, everyone has a different definition for what is woke and all that jazz.
It's like they try, a lot of people like try to frame it as like, oh, this is trying to push a left-wing agenda, but like half the time it's really not, you know, it's just, and they're just complaining about the fact that, you know, it has minorities in it.
Which is, you know, things have had minorities for ages.
I know.
For God's sake, man, you know, even what we're playing, Fire Emblem's had minorities for fucking ages.
Yeah.
Again, the only difference is back then there wasn't this need to really shove it in everyone's face. Oh yeah, I forgot 1-3 range.
Andromeda yeet.
Yeah. It's like, why do we need the sword? This axe is 1-3. Fuck the sword, man.
I mean, you'll definitely need the sword for the final chapter.
Yeah, but until then, axe away. Oh, there we go. He dead.
He's dead.
I haven't got an elixir for it. Hoorah. Alright, there's a dude over here. Alright. Yeah, I noticed that with a lot of the Great Knights, you always give them an inverse weapon. An interesting
I'm
detail.
helping.
Yeah. I mean, they're not Great Knights. They're just paladins.
Oh, right.
Who happen to have a weapon triangle, full weapon triangle.
So I keep getting because you know what it is? Their sprite looks more like a Great Knight than a paladin.
Yeah, it kind of does.
But you know,
I know that there are plenty of hacks out there that use the Gold Knight battle animation for the Great Knight class, but I've said this before. I'm not a fan of Great Knights. I think that they're kind of redundant in comparison to paladins, and I wanted to use the elephant as a battle animation.
That's fine.
So you know, I replaced Great Knights with the elephant.
Yeah, the elephant.
Also, Sierra, I love that Darius threw a bad Mass Effect at the horseman.
Oh yeah, taste this shitty video game. Yeah, taste this mediocrity. Imagine if Flame had a message for everyone. Well, if Flame did have a PSA message for everyone, we'd all listen because Flame's adorable and a sweetheart.
It would probably have something to do with fish.
More than likely. I mean, to be fair, if Flame was preaching that you need to have more fish in your diet, she's right. Fish is one of the healthiest things you can eat. I'm not even preaching. It's true. Fish is excellent for a diet.
Yeah, it is very much.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that I can't. It's just a shame that I can't enjoy seafood. Like I just cannot stand it.
That's fair enough. Again, just because it's good for you doesn't mean you have to like it. I mean, avocado. You know, avocado is one of the best vegetables to ever eat. Doesn't mean everybody likes it, even if you are a millennial. Oh, sorry. There's one mock the week. I was about to say mock the emblem, but no. There's one mock the week joke made me laugh my ass off, and it's like we're going to be belittling more millennials. You can't have dreams and a second bedroom.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can't have dreams and a second bedroom. Come on now. I know that hurts.
It's one of those things. It's like it'd be funny if it wasn't fucking true.
Usually it's funny because it's true. This one hurts because it's true. It's like ouch, right in the feels.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are some sources of food out there that, in terms of nutrition, are perfect, but that doesn't mean you have to eat them because maybe you just don't like them or maybe you're allergic. Hell, fish are great for you, but fish is one of the most common allergies out there. Shellfish specifically, but still. So it's like, it's all good. There's like, yeah, you need to eat fish, yeah, but it also kill me. You know what I find redundant in every fire in the game? People use the Eclipse tone because it never fucking hits. The only time Eclipse is really good is when you use it against a wall.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
Bro, you can't even hit with 61.
Maybe if he had 69, it would be better.
More than likely. Well, Orion gets a lot of 69 and look what happens. How Orion gets 69 with a crazy bitch. I love Demetria, but she's kind of crazy.
She kind of is, yeah.
Bitches be crazy.
Like, you haven't even seen like half of her supports, and you already think she's crazy.
Okay, so I assume we talked to Darius?
Yep.
Alright, I had to warp him back over there then. Which is better promotion for Mozu, Master of Arms or Merchant? I prefer Master of Arms, you can go either or, but I prefer Master of Arms. This guy's got a big elephant.
Yep. Hannibal. He is a very strong unit.
Hence the elephant.
Yes. He also has Gale Force for his personal skill.
Plus and an elephant. Don't forget the elephant. Most importantly, he has that elephant. No. Warp. Alright, Darius. Oh wow, Darius can go far. Okay, so where...
Well, Hannibal's impossible to recruit. This one's very possible to recruit. I can't speak for the one in genealogy.
Well, genealogy is just weird. Okay, ready. Let me make some room. There we go. Much better. Just watching all these women units drop like flies. See, if this is anyone, if this was like the FE7 army, they get decimated by this team. Man, the enemies are powerful, but we're even more powerful.
Yeah. FE7's enemies are woefully underpowered. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Well, until you get, again, until the final map where it's like, holy shit!
Yeah.
The fuck were you guys hiding? Yeah. So Sword Reaver versus Lance Reaver. And there goes the crit. Hoorah! Well, FE8, yeah, I mean, FE8's just really piss easy in general.
Yeah.
But FE8 doesn't have some random difficulty spike, like, to the extent FE7 does with its last bosses. Hell, Formotus is so embarrassingly weak. For a demon that looks like he could snap you like a twig, he's embarrassingly weak.
It's really silly because, like, honestly, I feel like if you kept most of Formotus' stats the same, but just maxed out his defense at 50, he could actually be kind of an interesting boss where you have to use the S-rank weapons to kill him. Because they are super effective against him, you know, and that could be fun, but...
Yeah, they're super effective and
he's just...
decimate him.
Yeah.
You don't have to try with Formotus, you can kill him in like one turn. Hell...
Armory is saying the only thing I like about Formotus is the fact that he fucking uppercuts you. I mean, Formotus has an amazing, you know, he looks amazing.
And his heroes are, damn!
Yeah.
No, Formotus looks incredible, don't get me wrong. It's just a case of, you know, looks aren't everything. Wait, has he got a longbow? He does have a longbow. Oh, he's not moving though, so I don't have to worry about the mithril thingamajig. Wait, he's got the Delphi shield, so yeah, he can casually just go up and burn him alive.
There are other gripes you have against warriors. I will say that warriors are really good in engage.
I do think it depends on the game, warriors. Some games they are really good, others they feel redundant. They're really good in Binding Blade.
I mean, yeah, but berserkers are also really good in Binding Blade.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying they're better than berserkers, I'm just saying they're also really good in Binding Blade.
Yeah. For other games, it really does depend. Because I think they're pretty. I think they're pretty solid in the Tellius games because Boyd's pretty good and
warriors
Nolan's,
yeah. In fact, warriors are really good at Radiant Dawn because of their stat caps. They've got very good stat caps, and on Lunatic that really makes a difference. They also have one of the best skills, Colossus. Does 5
Colossus
times.
Colossus is an absurdly powerful mastery skill.
Yeah. One not job of living near volcanoes. One's that one cheap rent. It's like, yeah, the surroundings are horrible, but the rent's dirt cheap. Give it time, we'll all be living in volcanoes.
Yeah, basically.
So why'd you live here? So we can afford rent?
Yeah, the Vandalosi are, you know, they kind of have... They're kind of forced to live here, because the rest of the world doesn't want to have to deal with them.
God, it makes them sound like utter shits. Yeah, but Formotus, he's one of the coolest looking bosses, and it's cool that he's not a dragon boss, but he goes down at the drop of a hat, which is a shame. So I'm here, and now I'm dead.
It's a bit of a problem with a lot of Fire Emblem bosses, is that they die so easily.
Depends on the game, but yeah, some final bosses are very easy. Formotus is an especially disappointing one. Because some of them are, you know, Ashira takes forever, but not because Ashira's hard, but more so she's just trying to hit her. Her barrier's avoid rate is so fucking high.
And yeah, I would say that Ashira is one of the better final bosses, if only because, you know...
It involves everybody?
Yeah, it involves everybody.
That's definitely, that's definitely in her favor, absolutely. Getting everybody involved in the boss fight's always good. The Ashnod boss fight's really cool, but it's also a missed opportunity.
To some extent, yeah. I mean, the Ashnod fight I like because I like the idea. I personally think the Ashnod fight's a little is cool because it's one of those things where you have to use teamwork, but you can't just like throw every one of your characters at the boss.
No, you can't. But the irony in that being that he's got so many boss conversations, but most of the people that he has conversations with can't hurt him. And some will just straight up die if they try. Again, he has a conversation with Rayson. And it's one of the best conversations, but it's like, you do realize the second Rayson goes up to him, he's dead.
I know. It's really silly.
Yeah, it's just like, what were they thinking? I mean, I like the dragon boss in FE7. I mean, it has no character, but it's a daunting boss fight.
Yeah. Although, admittedly, if you approach it right, it's actually not nearly as hard as you think it is.
No, if you have the right setup, generally it's quite daunting, but it can, there are ways to get around it relatively easily. Not to mention, Anankos. Everybody likes Anankos. That's a good boss fight.
Oh yeah, that's a really good final boss.
Yeah. I mean, Grima sucks. Grima's so fucking easy.
Grima is pretty pathetic.
To be fair, aside from Berserk Raya in Silver Snow, I think the final bosses in Three Houses are all pretty good. Raya, Hegemon Edelgard, and Nemesis.
I don't even think Berserk Raya is that bad. She just kind of she just kind of has a bad case of like there's a million enemies around her.
Medeus, I didn't think too much of Medeus. I know on the harder difficulties he could be a real pain in the ass, but I didn't think too much of Medeus personally. I fucking hate the boss fights in Genealogy. They suck. It's so much a case of just being at the whim of the RNG, and it's really, really frustrating to deal with. I really don't like the Genealogy bosses. Aside from that, I'm trying to think, yeah. Aside from that, so I'm just thinking about other Fire Emblem bosses. Like, Eden is a great character, but underutilized in a boss fight. If you don't use Roy, she is actually pretty good, but Roy makes her boss fight so trivial.
Yeah.
I can't... Duma's actually pretty decent. I think Duma's a fine fight.
Duma's one of the better ones, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the map preceding him is kind of shit, but I mean, it's a Fire Emblem Echoes map, so
yeah,
that's to be expected.
I hear Thrasia's final boss Veld is atrocious. I hear Veld's atrocious.
Yeah.
I can't confirm, but that's what I hear.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you with Iden, and she's not that much better in Project Ember.
Well, I don't know how much they tweaked of Iden in Project Eden or whatever in Project Ember. I don't know how much she was tweaked.
They boosted her offensive stats, but I feel like they should have made her a little bit more durable as well. Like I've seen some videos by the FEMS Paint Memes channel that's like, Iden's boss fight is kind of supposed to suck because she's not as powerful as she used to be in like the story reason, but that's one of those things where it's like it's kind of dumb.
I don't buy it because here's the thing: if you fight Iden with just the normal legendary weapon, she is really beefy and she is quite strong and dangerous. The thing is that I know Roy's weapon's meant to be effective against her, but it's too effective. It's like she goes down in one hit basically, and again, you have a boss with like 80 plus HP, and Roy does like 40 just with regular damage. And he could double her easily, and he's got high crit rate.
Exactly.
And I know that Eden isn't like, maybe she's not so powerful, but she's still a fucking divine dragon.
I know. Yeah. I mean, it's really dumb. What I think they should have done is that they should have it so that Eden doesn't take damage from weapons except for the legendary weapons. Mm-hmm. I think that would have been a much better solution.
I hit with Deadeye.
This is like taking candy from a baby,
got put
which
to
is
sleep.
fine by me.
Yeah. I can't say
Matt,
much.
also, I do feel compelled to say, Matt, that that it's not so much that the possessed Takumi fight sucks, it's just that the map that precedes the fight sucks.
Well, both of them
would
suck,
argue.
and
Helping.
both of them suck, and if you fail one, then, well, you got to start the whole thing over again, and that really sucks. It doesn't help the fact that, again, Garen and Garen fight also sucks.
Blight Dragon Garen is alright.
I just think he's. I mean, I don't think he's the worst thing ever, but I could. It's very he's a very forgetful boss. I think that's a good way to put it. He's very forgetful.
He is pretty forgettable, but like he's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah. But I think that's it for most Fire Emblem boss fights. The only ones having again, Shadow Dragon can't really say much. Engage is fine.
Really remember.
Somfron was cool, not my favorite. He's kind of like a 6 out of 10 as far as Fire Emblem bosses go. I think the callbacks to all the other Fire Emblem villains are cool, though I wish they went the extra mile and actually added them as emblem rings. That would have been so amazing.
Sombron's a fun idea, but he is kind of he does die pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
and I think that does hurt the fight a little bit.
Just a bit, yeah. But, you know. Oh, I just realized my hit rate was embarrassingly low. I did not check. Sorry, I thought my hit rate was higher. Sorry. My bad.
Scratch that, reverse it.
Yeah, I honestly God didn't see my hit rate being that low. It's like, whoa. Yeah. No, we already mentioned Awakening. That one sucks. Mentioned Fates. Mentioned Free Houses. Mentioned Engage. Oh, you know who else sucks? Velazark in Fire Emblem Warriors. Fuck that thing.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where like you kind of have to fight him with like Tiki in order to constantly be breaking him.
Yeah.
Because otherwise that fight is pretty ass. I will agree.
It's also we mentioned Ashira. Ashira's cool. Like, obviously having everyone involved. The only thing I don't like about Ashira is the fact that her is the fact that her on certain things the avoid is so high it becomes so frustrating to fight her than fun. But that's only on select tiles. But she also does help teach you about positioning and stuff like that. She really forces you to think about team synergy. Mm-hmm. Which, that's cool. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh yeah, that's much better. For 100%. That was 100 and then some. Again, I like how Barbarous gets a full level up after every kill.
Yeah. I mean, he's replacing Myrrh, and Myrrh would get a free level up from every kill. Yeah. Barbarous is pretty ridiculous.
He's a dragon. He's pretty crazy. No shit, he's a dragon. Good point. Right, hold on a second. Do they all have bows? No, they got scale breakers. I see.
Oh, they've got scale breakers, yeah, because they're Wyvern Lords.
Is there a way to move you up slightly? Is there any way to do anything?
I was gonna say reposition, but no, because she's standing next to a.
I can reposition, but I can reposition you at the very least. Because again, at least I can kill you. Wrong one. There we are. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the Fire Emblem way. You have a dragon. I can't remember. Apparently, all right. So, what was the final boss like in the Free Houses? Sorry, not Free Houses. Engage Xenologue, because people said that was atrocious. Or at least the final map. The final map was really bad.
Well, I mean, I can't speak to the exact difficulty of it because I played on the lowest difficulty setting, but it was basically it was kind of similar to the Sombron fight. I don't know if do people care about spoilers for Fel Xenologue at this point? Because
it's been over a year, but well, let's hold off for a bit just so we can maybe get the chat's input.
It was more just the map was, in my opinion, it was more a case of just the map was really long. But I didn't think it was that bad. But again, I'm playing it on the lowest difficulty, so.
I mean, long doesn't help sometimes because, you know, when something is long, you're more privy to the annoyances. Like, the final boss on Cinder's Shadows wasn't too bad. Good to see you guys here, but the final boss on Cinder's Shadows I didn't think was too bad. Hell, the worst thing in Cinder's Shadows was the map before that, where you had to fight those bloody bolting users. Oh, that was
the final boss of Cinder's Shadows was not as bad as the thing that came before it, but I didn't really care for that that final encounter, because the boss gets so bulky by the end, and he can potentially kill one of your units if he ever attacks. It's just... So it becomes a game. It becomes a game of find a way to kill him before he gets a turn in, and I don't really like that.
In my case, it was Clutch Dimitri. Yeah, Dimitri's so funny. Oh, hello, Strawberry System 22. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following. Wonderful to see you. Mwah. Welcome to Fire Emblem Darius the Conqueror. Good to see you. Thank you ever so much. But as I was saying, Dimitri's so weird because, generally speaking, Dimitri's just powerful enough to one-shot people most of the not all the time. But then you forget that his crest can double his attack power with combat arts, which is kind of nuts. Mind if I self-promote my...
He doesn't really need that.
I mean, if you want to insert a link to your YouTube channel, go right ahead. Feel free. Yeah, if you want to just provide a link, we do that all the time and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Boudica's here. So...
Because Hannibal's her uncle.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can see somewhat of a resemblance.
It's the hair, mostly.
It's definitely there. Yeah, Dimitri's, especially when you compare it with, like, Atrocity and stuff like that, the power output is crazy. Yeah, it's just, wow. What about Free Hope's final boss? It's different, because Free Hope's, remember, hack and slash, it's different. Well, then again, I said about Velzark. Free Hope's final bosses, I don't remember them very much, though. They're just kind of, you just fight Thalas or Rhea. So, yeah. I mean, Arvel's an okay fight, because you swap between Claude, Edelgard, Dimitri, and Shez, and that's kind of cool. But, yeah. But that's
I can't
about
speak
it.
for... Yeah, I can't speak for Three Hopes, because I have not played that game, and I'm not sure if I ever will.
I recommend it. I think it's pretty fun, honest to God. I mean...
I don't doubt that it's enjoyable. It's just that, you know, I'm kind of just not sure about playing another Warriors game, because, like,
That's fair enough.
I enjoy the Warriors formula, but, like, as a completionist, it's one of those things where it's like I don't necessarily want to have to go through all that, but I'm inevitably going to feel compelled to do so.
Yeah, I will say it's easier to complete these games because you kind of do it as it goes along, and generally it's better laid out. But, you know, I get where you're coming from. They can be very overwhelming. Yeah, you fight Thalas. Yeah, indeed, you know, the boss fights were fun, but I don't think they were anything amazing. I mean, they weren't Velazark, so that's okay. They weren't Velazark. That boss fucking sucks.
Animal actually comes with a Brave Lance, by the way.
Oh, he does? Cool. Well, remember, yeah. Well, remember, FU Warriors and DMC are very two different types of hack and slashes. They have a certain pattern and formula.
Well, see, here's the thing, Galcian, is that I actually kind of want to play through the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, which sounds insane because I actually did have...
I want to get that game.
I have that game because I have the original Fire Emblem...
Hyrule Warriors, yeah.
Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U, and I spent a lot of time playing that game, but, like, it's one of those things where I never... I mean, obviously, I had the Wii U version, so I didn't bother with much of the 3DS version. I only bought it to get, like, the exclusive characters.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There's a part of me that kind of wants to go back and try it. So,
yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, I get where you're coming from, especially because, you know, for Hyrule Warriors is still my favorite Dynasty Warriors style game, and having it with all the DLC, you know, I'm very much down with that. I want to get the Definitive Edition as well, because Hyrule Warriors is a really great game. It's still Dynasty Warriors, but it's definitely one of the best ones.
Yeah. Well, I thought Hyrule Warriors was really good. It's just that, again, it's a case of, like, you know, replaying... Trying to 100% complete a Warriors game, you know, doesn't sound like very much fun to me.
It's not. Warriors games are ones... They're an investment. They are an investment.
Very much so.
You took a brave axe to an elephant. What do you think was going to happen? Again, you took a brave axe to an elephant. What do you think was going to happen? Can we get a bro in the chat for that guy? He took a brave axe to an elephant. Ah, you missed. And you took an axe to a dragon. What do you think was going to happen? Can we get a bro for this guy too?
I mean, to be fair, he brought an axe that was effective against a dragon, but...
But he still went up against the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Ryan's just like, get fucked. Yeah, trust me, Where's the thing? I know that Thingy didn't get everybody, but Hyrule Warriors did the thing that Fire Emblem Warriors should have done. It was very good in its representation all around. Not perfect, but it was really, really good. Whereas... Ooh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, luckily I can rewind the clock. But no, as I was saying, because Fire Emblem Warriors was way too skewed in the 3DS's favor. And while obviously there was favoritism with Hyrule Warriors, it wasn't nearly as blatant. There was much better representation all around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because everyone...
Sadly, I don't think we're gonna get another Fire Emblem Warriors.
I would like.
I mean, we got
we got two. We did technically get two of them.
Yeah, we did technically get two of them, but like I don't necessarily consider Three Hopes to be like
it's not
necessarily
a Fire Emblem Warriors 2.
Yeah,
it's not Fire Emblem Warriors 2, but it is, it's still a great game. But yeah, what do you call it? But I would love a Fire Emblem Warriors 2 because I think Fire Emblem Warriors 1 had a lot of great things going for it, especially like, again, the support system. Max and I thought that was going to be the worst part of the game. It ended up being the best part of the game. And you apply that now to a much bigger roster of characters and better representation, damn, you got a recipe for success.
Oh yeah.
I would have loved for them to do that.
I think the only way that we could get more representation, though, is if there's plans to remake older titles in the series, because I don't feel like Intisys is going to necessarily like want to dig up a ton of characters from pre-Awakening titles, unless they have plans to, remake those titles so that the characters are fresh in people's minds.
Or they're particularly popular like Lynn. Also, Jeppo, I don't know. Use the internet. Go on to Google and type in, Linebeck for Hyrule Warriors or whatever. I don't know.
He's not playable in Hyrule Warriors, I don't think.
Right. But yeah, no, I see what you mean. Unless they're a big legacy character, then I can see why they would focus. But I feel like I still feel Roy and Ike got gypped.
Yeah.
Because they're in Smash Bros. For fuck's sake.
I know. It is very silly.
I mean, Lineback is kind of the main reason, the main character that stands out from, Phantom Hourglass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah, he's pretty much the guy from Phantom Hourglass. There we go with the rally skill. Do stats mean anything in the Musou games? Yeah, stats basically means you get through enemies quicker. Mm-hmm. They're important. Obviously, the combos and the equipment are more important, but stats still matter. Otherwise, if you have low stats, you're going to be fighting a boss for literally half an hour. And I hope you like Button Masher for half an hour, because that's what it's going to be. And I'm not exaggerating when I say half an hour. And the bolting broke. Mwap, mwap. Oh well.
Oh well, at least I have at least I have a half dozen more.
Yeah, back in storage. It's like, oh no, bolting broke. Just pulls out another one. Anyway. Right, this guy's probably going to attack me with the Brave Axe. So this is adorable. You know, those, if Roy wasn't Fire Emblem thing, Fire Emblem Warriors, you could do more to flesh out his character and it'd be really cool. Roy interacting with Lyn and stuff like that would be great.
Oh, Roy interacting with Lyn, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Again, that's the reason that you want these crossovers, is to watch the characters interact with one another and work off each other. That's the fun in it. Again, many of the best Fire Emblem conversations are from Fire Emblem Warriors. Like, Frederick and Leo is hilarious. Rowan and Xander had an amazing one. And stuff like that. And not to mention, there's also like, Camilla and Faja was hilarious. Made for fun times. It made for fun times. Oh, there's silence. Again, I don't get it. Yay, silence! For whatever reason.
Yeah, that's
fuck
one of those things where it's like, it's probably just a case of the guy, wants to actually do something.
Yeah, anyway, we'll take a quick break and see you soon. Alright, can Finger reach? No. Can you reach? We can warp you, actually. If I can get close enough, I can warp. How many do I have? 3. I should be able to one-shot all of them, actually. I don't have to worry about this one Griffin, though. So, no, I'll move the Griffin close. I'll move you... Can I move someone closer, please? Please? Oh, bloody hell, they're too far away. Actually, I can bait him out. I can easily bait him out. So let's do that. Let me bait him out.
Barbarous has the Delphi shield, so you could send him in to bait him out.
I'm not. Even then, I don't need to do that. I just need to bait out. What do you call it? With my thief. She's fast. She's really, really fast. Again, 30 speed against his or their 23 speed.
I mean, the Griffin does have a certain blow, so
yeah, that's gonna help. But hopefully, I'll be able to retaliate and kill. But we'll see. We'll see. In the meantime. Let's warp you over here. Thank God for the warp stuff. Oh wait, no, I don't need to warp just yet. I just realized I don't need to warp. Right. Damn, again, the power output is fucking crazy. I mean, I know at this point, the next Warriors game that people want from Nintendo is Xenoblade, which, it is, to be fair, is the next best step. But I'd be happy with another Fire Emblem Warriors, like an actual Fire Emblem Warriors, not Fire Emblem Engage Warriors, not Fire Emblem Alive Warriors. I'm talking Fire Emblem Warriors, the whole series, the whole shebang. But we'll have to wait and see. I think Xenoblade is the next best option. But also, Jay and people are saying Tales of Warriors would be fantastic. Hell, why have they not done Final Fantasy Warriors? Or is there like some sort of version of that?
A Final Fantasy Warriors? I mean, Dissidia is more of a fighting game, but it does kind of have a similar bent as like a Warriors thing in that it's a big old crossover.
Yeah.
A big old ridiculous crossover. So in that sense, it is kind of similar to like a Series Warriors game.
Yeah, and all right. So Cam, do you think because of Dissidia, would would Final Fantasy Warriors be redundant, or are you still down with the idea? That was a lot of healing. All right, you're down. Okay, so why not have both? I think Final Fantasy Warriors would be really, really cool. People would buy it. Man, again, you get to play as like Cloud, Tidus, Lightning, Terra, and all that stuff, switch between them. People would be down with that. That would sell. That would definitely sell.
Yeah. I mean, one thing Dissidia absolutely did right was that it had characters from across the entire series. There was no case of like, the older games got kind of left out in favor of like a billion characters from 7 and onwards.
Well, yeah, again, Final Fantasy's big now, so especially with like 16 and 15, we can do more of that. And even some of the spin-offs, like Tactics. You know, work with that. These crossovers are fun. And again, to have the characters interact and stuff like that. That's why a Xenoblade crossover would be great. It'd be cool to see, you know, like Morag and Elma interacting with each other.
Just a heads up, that red house on the right side of the map, it has an item.
Wait, you mean the left side of the map? Oh no, they're here.
No, not the village.
Oh, that house. Okay, I'll have a look.
Yeah.
I will have a look.
Yeah, the miniature house. Gives you a brave axe.
Oh, I like brave axes. Yay. You know what's funny? Would be like the funniest thing if they did Final Fantasy Warriors and one of the unlockable characters was Sora and stuff.
That would be very silly, but honestly, kind of appropriate.
Yeah. In fact, when I made the video, Top 15 Dynasty Warriors crossovers, I would like, when I mentioned Disney Dynasty Warriors, everyone said, that's just Kingdom Hearts.
It kind of is, because like Kingdom Hearts has moments where you just plow through a million enemies all at once.
Not only that, but you do have Disney characters as party members like the Beast and Mulan and so on. So, you know, it's a thing.
The Beast beasting through everybody.
Yeah, well, he is a beast. Oh, yeah, I'm a beast. Oh, yeah, they got bolting. Alright. Gotta make our way through. Somehow. Let me have Helen rally. Actually, let's get everyone ready and then have Helen rally. Alright, so let's move them up. Darius over here. Get this just in case. Helen, move over here. Castlevania Warriors I'd be down with. I think that'd be really, really fun. I mean, they kind of botched it with Castlevania, what do you call it? What was that game?
Judgment.
Judgment, yeah. Castlevania Judgment kind of botched it, so I'd be down with Castlevania Warriors. I think that'd be great fun.
Again, Judgment's more of a fighting game, but, you know, as a crossover, you know, I hear it's kind of a weak sauce.
Yeah. I just also hear it's a weak fighting game because it has stupid-ass motion controls.
That is also true.
No, I don't need rescue, I need restore. There we go. But we shall see. We shall see what happens in regards to this stuff. I don't know what the next Musu project's going to be. Like, because they usually do a lot of anime games. I know they've done Fate, they've done Berserk and stuff like that. What's their next... I wonder what the next Musu project's going to be. I'm genuinely interested. I hope it's something good. You know what? Why have they not done Bleach? Bleach would be perfect.
Oh, Bleach Warriors. That would actually be really awesome.
Yeah. Come on, man. Again, it's just practically... It practically prints money! But we'll have to wait and see, because I know their first major crossover, the Warrior series with another franchise, was Gundam. Which, again, those are PS3 games. I never got around to playing them, but I really want to because I like Gundam. A lot.
Hang on just a sec.
No problem. Yeah,
Sorry,
big...
my dad's thumping on my door.
Fuck, man.
Oops.
Yeah, just... Dang it. Oh, I'm all the way back here. So, you're right about that one dude.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I got a rescue thing out
I
of the
had
way.
a feeling that was,
Who's got rescue?
either rescuer or healer.
No, I healed them up to full HP, but they died just because of reasons. They had, like, they had sure
okay.
shot and stuff like that. Did they have a brave weapon? Yeah, they got a brave bro. That explains it.
Brave weapon. And if sure shot procs, it does extra damage.
Yeah. Alright, so I need to somehow rescue them out of there. Oh, man. Alright, which of you's got rescue? I'm pretty sure you do. Nope. Oh, no, I know who's got rescue. You know, I'll have to just starve twice. Again, she's like, God, I'm doing everything for y'all. Oh, not close enough. Oh, bloody hell. There we go. I know what I have to do to beat this person. I need to send in what's-his-face. Yeah, gotta send you in. Right here.
And that is a dead warp staff.
I mean, Dynasty Warriors Mega Man would be interesting. All the different Mega Men, especially with games like Mega Man Zero and stuff. I'd be down with that. Yeah, a Dynasty Warriors Mega Man. Why not? I think it'd be kind of cool. Especially like, you know, playing a Zero would be incredible. I still want.
All right, take care, Armory.
Take care, thank you. I still want Dynasty Warriors Star Wars. That would be so much fucking fun. That shit would be crazy!
Ooh, that would be pretty fun.
And everyone just mains Grievous and Darth Maul.
Honestly, I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You know, they obviously pick those two. Grievous because he's got 4 lightsabers and Maul because he's got a dual lightsaber and the edge factor. Kenobi! Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Oh yes, heal the dragon. Ah, Night Fire Metal, good to see you. Don't make it like dive, please. What do you mean like? What do you mean by dive? I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with what you're referring to. Please elaborate. Well, Battlefront 2 is not a hack and slash. It's more of a online shooter action game. So you know, 2 different types of games. Oh, Mega Man X Dive.
Mega Man X Dive.
I've never played that, so yeah. I assume it wasn't particularly good.
I can believe that.
Again, it's the first time I've ever heard of that game.
Because I do remember something about Mega Man X Dive. It's basically a gotcha, Sierra is saying.
Well, yeah, most Dynasty Warriors games are not gotchas. At least I'm pretty sure they're not. There we go. Rally, because fuck yeah. Hey, this rally skill is crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see what they do next. It was a waifu gacha. A Mega Man waifu gacha. Interesting. I know Mega Man has some cute characters, but that was never, again, it was never particularly big on the whole waifu scene. Yeah, I know you had like you had Roll and Alia and stuff, but it was never particularly big on the whole thing. I find that odd.
It does seem really weird.
Yeah. If anything, you'd probably it'd probably make more money if they showed sexy pictures of like Zero and X.
Went full Yuri bait.
Yeah.
That would honestly, yeah, honestly, I could see that.
Mm.
Iris had 7 or 8 ults in dive. That's hilarious to me, considering how little of a presence she has in the series.
Yeah, shows up for one game.
She's in a grand total of 2 games.
Yeah.
And one of them, you know, she's barely in it, and she gets killed off.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What do you think you're doing?
Very silly.
Sorry, it's just what do you think you're doing? I'm disappointed in you, Colonel. Ah!
I'm disappointed in you, Colonel. I remember the first time I went to Magfest, I saw someone dressed as the Colonel, and we had a little bit of a exchange with the dialogue from that scene, because I was playing the X collection around that time.
Ah, what do you think you're doing?
I still to this day have not completed the back half of the Mega Man X collection.
I recently did. The back half is all right. X8 is actually pretty damn good, and X5 and X6 are okay, just X7. But none of them compare to like X1 and X4. damn,
yeah,
man,
no.
those games are good.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go into the house with a giant dragon. That just seems really, really redundant.
you can, and it is pretty funny if you do, because
Aw.
of this scene.
Oh, she's yeah. Yeah. Oh, that looks like a speedwing. Oh, we got boots. Yes, boots.
Yep.
More boots.
One more set of boots for the road.
I wonder who to give them to this time. Probably Helen. Why does Helen get everything? Because fuck you, that's why.
Because waifu, that's why.
Well, she's adorable, and she spent so long in that prison. She needs the leg exercise. Yeah, there was a Fate Warriors game. I remember that was one of the games they showed off for the Switch early on. I assume it's pretty good. I mean, it's a Warriors game. What are you gonna do? Persona 5 Strikers is pretty good. Imagine they do like Persona 3 Strikers. I know that's not gonna happen, but still.
I mean, with the reload coming out, you know, it's not out of the realms of possibility.
Yeah, it's not impossible. It's just not. It's unlikely to be possible. There we go. Right, so you're silenced, at least for now. Yeah, sorry, I accidentally double-clicked. I hate when I do that. That got me screwed over so many times in Conquest. Oh, you can't afford to. You cannot afford to double-click in Conquest. You will regret it so bad.
Yeah, misclick in Conquest is a good way to get your ass killed.
Yeah. Most of the time it's unintentional, and that's the worst part about it. The dude's got Brave Lance. I wonder what they're going to do with Persona 1 and 2 at this point. Persona's definitely shown to be profitable, but Persona 1 and 2 aren't exactly Persona games, according to most people. So I'm curious. I'm curious what Persona 1 and 2 is going to be. Oh, if they are going to do anything with Persona 1 and 2.
I mean, it'd definitely be an interesting experiment to bring those games back in some capacity.
Most certainly. Do I not have... Oh, bloody hell. Wait, do you have... No, you don't either. Does anyone have, like, a thingy skill?
Oh, the ice tome.
Not the
tome.
Well, not just the ice tome. I'm wondering if anyone had a skill to, like, move adjacent units. No, but I can do this.
Nope.
But I can do this. Oh, fuck you, Great Shield. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you and your Great Shield. Oh.
Of course, Darius just activates Aether and.
Yeah, I raise you one Great Shield.
I see your Great Shield and I raise you one Aether.
All right.
Could I have some Aether? Could I have some Aether? No.
Oh, so Afghan had a little bit of privilege on his side.
Yeah. It's actually really interesting because not long after I wrote this part, I saw a tweet by somebody about Osama bin Laden, and it was really interesting how, because there's a lot of, because a lot of Americans have kind of an anti-American sentiment, there is this idea, some people have this weird interest in, like, romanticizing bin Laden as like some kind of freedom fighter, but in reality he was actually pretty privileged, and that didn't necessarily affect how I wrote you know, me
was more
writing
of a
that scene,
coincidence.
but it was definitely a coincidence. But I did find it really interesting.
I find it very odd considering, you know, Osama bin Laden was behind 9/11, one of the most tragic events in American history.
I know. Well, I mean, a lot of it is just that America is in the middle of very much embarrassing itself. So,
I get the pessimism, but I do find it odd that they would romanticize him. I mean, not to play devil's advocate, but that sounds, maybe not to the same extent, but that sounds like romanticizing Hitler.
I mean,
not to the same
extent, yeah.
to the same extent, because Hitler was, you know, genocidal.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you know,
Makoto's saying his family ran a successful construction company.
it's
And
just one of those
considering, yeah, especially considering that, you know, Bin Laden and Al Qaeda were low-key kind of were definitely awful to a lot of, you know, their own people and a lot of Muslims. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, people very much are like, don't do this.
Yeah, it's just like, really, you know, take a minute to think. But yes, Cameron, I know that, you know, the Americans have been embarrassing themselves. I mean, to be fair, other countries do it too, just the Americans are particularly bad at it.
We've just been doing it a little bit more than usual.
Well, see, I know neo-Nazism exists everywhere. And, you know, I know it's not exclusive to America, neo-Nazism. But it's just one of those things. But yeah, anyway.
It's not an America exclusive problem. It's just that we're really bad about actually doing something about it.
Anyway, we'll take a quick break and see you all soon. I mean, there's the obvious thing that people like to point out whenever there's these problems, the fact that America was founded on racism, but, you know...
It kind of was, yeah.
No, it was, but it's ridiculous to assume that all Americans are inherently like that, because that's ridiculous. Everyone is a product of their environments and their upbringings.
I know.
I mean, hell, if we go...
It's just tough because if you're a white person in America, there is kind of just like, it's just kind of a case of like, maybe you're not racist, but like you are still kind of to some extent participating in a system that is just kind of designed to, you know, screw certain types of people over, and it's just
Well,
it's one of those things where it's like it does, you know, if you want to be a good person, you know, it does kind of drive you neurotic, or maybe that's just me.
No, I see what you mean, but it's not necessarily a case of participating, because you can't help what your genetic makeup is. Yes, I know that the general thing, and it's very much true, that the world favors white people, specifically white men, and stuff like that. But, you know, if you're born a man that just happens to be white, it's not like you actively decide, oh, I'm gonna be more privileged because I want to. It's just a correlation, so to speak. And even then, just being white doesn't automatically make you privileged. There's a lot of white people who are very underprivileged. It's just obviously it's more common in other ethnic communities.
It's the saying goes that, you know, when people say white privilege, it doesn't mean that you don't have problems. It just means that your race is not a factor in any of the problems that you have.
Generally, yeah, I see what you mean, because sometimes the problems that some people face are race problems, yeah. Whereas, you know, yeah. But, you know, to be fair, this whole stigmatism is just ridiculous. I mean, again, the idea of race problems, or even like, you know, there shouldn't be race problems and there shouldn't be privileges for people of other races. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be either or. People of other races should not be better off. People of other races should not be worse off.
Exactly.
It's that simple, but apparently some people don't get that.
It's common sense, and unfortunately, a lot of people's sense are very uncommon.
Yeah, I know. It's common sense in an uncommon world. Getting deep. I'm going deeper, Leo. Right.
You're gonna listen to a deep chat stream?
Not quite yet. One day, no, I do want to have a deep chat stream about stuff, especially I want to do a deep chat stream talking about video game industry, because that's been a hot topic for the last month, and I am very passionate about talking about it and stuff like that, but not today. I've been on about it for a while. I think that needs its own stream.
I mean, for my part, like, I've said a lot of times that I, you know, I've talked a lot about my desire to get into the game industry, and I think a large part of that for me personally is that I want to I want to get into game design because I want to have like a studio that, you know, people can come to after they get kicked out of, you know, whatever.
After Microsoft has their way with them.
Studio.
Yeah, after Microsoft has their way with them. No, but yeah, you want to raise a studio which people love it to enjoy working in. And that's good. That's a really noble thing. Because again, you know, it really, really says something these days. But one of the biggest blessings you can have is to have a job that you legitimately enjoy on all ends.
Yeah.
Again, not just video games. I'm talking in the broad spectrum.
I mean, for me, like one thing I've been kind of struggling with is that I've been having some trouble lately with like a sense of purpose for myself, and actually living up to, you know, doing the things that I say that I want to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know if it's a case of like you know, maybe the world needs to get a little bit better, or if it's just I need to, you know, I need to start, you know, training myself to actually, you know, put hard work in.
Maybe it's a bit of both.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the ether animation, well, it's just Hector's attack animation, but obviously you add the ether effect on top.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could be a bit of both and stuff like that. I mean, sometimes life gets in the way of things that you want to do. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, folks, like, I haven't talked about it much just because I don't want to turn these streams into, like, a therapy session, because that's not what we're here to do. But lately I've been in kind of a bad place mentally, honestly.
I mean, that's not good. I know it's happened to a number of people, and that's not good. It's really sad that this is kind of the norm these days. Like, you know, 2023 was a bad year for a lot of people, and, you know, a lot of people said going into 2024 it's going to be better. No.
I know, it's an election year, so
it's
I
not.
mean, the
it's
election
not
years
just the
have
election
sucked
year
for the past.
It's not just the election year. I think, again, I've said it before, people got so caught up in the Christmas high, they thought that things would get better, not realizing that the moment the Christmas high is over, it's back to normal, and things have gotten worse in a lot of places. You know, we've still got the wars going on, we've got even more layoffs everywhere. Doesn't help. I mean, this can't be helped, but the weather's been generally shit across the board, and, you know, just this, that, and the other.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I've been very unproductive lately, and I've kind of just been playing video games, honestly. You know, I blitzkrieged through a revisit to Engage. You know, I spent, like, the past 5 days doing almost nothing but playing through the Paper Mario remake, you know, and as much as I loved that game, you know, it's a case of, like, I am spending too much time playing video games, but, like, I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, well, maybe you just need that time away for a while to really just, I don't know, maybe just find out what you really want to do and stuff like that, and just see where it goes. I always feel that.
Yes,
yeah,
but,
I mean,
like, at the same time, it's more of a case of, like, you know, I'm just kind of feeling burnt out on
life.
On life, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't necessarily want to be taking a ton of time to, like, do quote-unquote self-care, because I'm not actually taking care of myself.
I see what you mean. You I guess you just kind of feel like you're meandering at the moment?
I'm very much meandering, honestly.
Well, I mean, talking about it is a good thing and stuff like that. I know this, again, take it as you will. I very much believe in the whole everything happens for a reason, but I know when bad stuff is happening, you're in a bad place, that kind of doesn't hold much water. I guess it's just, I don't know, I mean...
I do like to believe that everything does happen for a reason, but, you know, sometimes it's very hard to feel like that's true. Yeah,
especially when you're in a bad place and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it can feel patronizing. I get that. You know, that's very, very true, Makoto. I mean, I even had, you know, I've had that very much, that my faith beliefs tested in that regard, because it does feel like you know, you're going through this really awful time. Why would I be put through this and stuff like that? God damn it, he's adept in that crazy. and it's like, oh, it's for a reason. What reason do I have to suffer? But
I know.
yeah, I mean, talking about it is a good thing, and you know, I can't say too much. This type of thing that, you know, needs real deep discussion and focus and stuff like that. And it's not the easiest to do while also playing a video game. By the way, who else does he have a conversation with?
Darius and Boudica.
Boudica. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me rally. If I can, no, yeah, I'll be able to reach. Again, yeah, there's a lot to dissect in these situations, and obviously, I mean, we're living in dark times in general, so it seems that a lot of people are, you know, either not in the same position as you, Zane, but definitely going through stuff and kind of feeling like that. I've noticed with a lot of people, they're just either struggling from the day to day, just trying to get through things, or just, you know, in a place where, oh, as soon as this is over, I'll finally be happy, and this, that, and the other. Just because everything is so, I don't mean to be a pity party, but so much of life is just in a bad state, and it feels like everything's pitted, so stacked against us that, you know, it's very demoralizing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because even today when I was talking to Gadget Girl Kylie, when she was talking about her, like, you know, she wanted to take a break from mental health, but she was worried, well, if I take a break, that's going to really fuck with my Twitch and YouTube channel, which has already been suffering.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, that's always tough, you know, and if you're subscribed to me on YouTube, you know that I've been really bad about uploading the VODs from these streams lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, there's not too many VODs left, thankfully.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah, but, you know, at the same time, life is always changing. Something may come along which may spark something new within you. Who knows? That's the thing, the future is unpredictable at the end of the day.
I mean, I know what it is that I really want to be working on. I want to be working on the rebuild of this as of this hack as its own game. Mm-hmm. You know, and I've done a fair amount of planning for it. It's just that there's a lot of other factors involved, particularly when it comes to learning, you know, learning how to make use of gaming engines. I know it's just a weird time for me, you know, and I also feel like I've been having this problem where, like, I sometimes will get, you know, really energized to, you know, actually start making changes to help my mood and help start moving my life in a direction, but then something will come up and it will just completely derail me. That actually happened to me a couple weeks ago, where, like, I started you know, trying to get back into a regular thing of exercising more often, mm-hmm. And, you know, finding time to work on, you know, personal projects. And then I had an issue where the incision around the area around the incision where I got my surgery to get my fistula removed started hurting. Yeah. And it was really painful, and it was keeping me up at night in some cases. And obviously that kind of stopped you from doing all that. Yeah. And it just completely derailed me, you know. It and I stopped doing all the things that were making my life better. Yeah. Again, it's one of those things where something just gets in the way, and it's really unfortunate because some of it can't be helped. Oh, there goes Willow. Now die. Yeah, life is strange. And again, it seems to me like you go through a lot of peaks and valleys. Mm-hmm. The one thing I will say about, you know, the one thing I will say is that, you know, the story that I concocted for Darius the Conqueror is, you know, it's a reminder that setback does not equal defeat, and that defeat does not equal destruction. You know, so it's a case of, like, I do to some extent just kind of have to remember that lesson. Okay. It's just really hard to keep it in focus sometimes. Yeah. Oh, you moron! Moron. That's what you get. Oh, okay. Two level ups in less than like 30 seconds, and they're both plus 1 HP. But what else is she gonna get? Oh, here comes. The only thing she really could get is more res. Yeah. Well, res, defense, and lock, but she ain't getting defense anytime soon. Anyway,
So yeah, we're about we've done the houses, and yeah, we're about done. So that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah. Maybe just get a little bit of extra EXP from those gargoyles, and then we can finish the map up and prepare for the next one.
Yeah. Now die. Now die. There we go. All right, that'll do. Actually, no, we can get one more. I always do like the, triumphant music.
Yeah.
Just so invigorating.
Mm-hmm.
And level up for Orion. Hoorah. How comes we're completing 2 more chapters?
Yes.
So it'll probably be
after that.
it will either be next week or the week after.
Probably the week after.
Yeah. Unless I magically speedrun the next map, but that's very unlikely to happen.
That's not gonna happen, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you heard it there.
Alright, take care, Matt.
Yeah, see you, Matt. Yeah. That guy wasn't a saint, but he wasn't a devil either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so can't believe this game's finally coming to a close. It's been one hell of a journey, but it's been a great one. It's been an excellent stream, both for comedic purposes, learning about the game, as well as just getting really deep and stuff like that. It's been very good.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I like streams where it gets a little,
deep and philosophical and
it gets a
personal.
little bit more philosophical.
Well, yeah, then it means you're really connected with the streamer. Because again, when you the streams are more than just the gameplay, it's about this personality. And everyone has their moments. I remember the moment that kind of shook me this year. Do you remember this Some Call Me Johnny's Sonic Dream video?
Oh, the Sonic Dreams video?
Where at the end he literally said he had a mental breakdown at one point.
Oh, the
Sonic Dream Team.
Yeah, Sonic Dream Team, yeah.
Yeah, again, as someone like Some Call Me Johnny, like he always seemed like a really chill, very mellow dude, but to realize that he was going through that kind of shit was like, damn, because I really look up to him.
Yeah, and he also talked about going through some shit in his Mortal Kombat Mythologies video.
Yeah.
I know. Well, like, Johnny's one of those people where, yeah, he seems like the most chill dude ever, but, he's been pretty open about having mental health struggles.
Yeah, it's difficult, and again, it seems like in the world we're in now, everybody's suffering, and it's unfortunate because we shouldn't have to. I'm not saying life should be thingamajig. Everyone's going to have difficult times, but generally, at least back then, the hard times will offset the fact that generally most people are in good places, but now it seems like no one's in a good place.
No, right.
The world isn't in a good place. So
Alaric uses his last breaths to inform Darius that...
I agree, Cam. It shouldn't be this hard. Life is difficult, and the struggles help make us who we are. But when it's this hard, it's too much. I think it's too much. Because again, there's this whole thing about men giving up and masculinity and like how men are driven to achieve and stuff like that. I think generally speaking, men are. But when the requirements are so ridiculous, why would they bother? It's one thing to make people struggle to achieve something, but when the struggle, the payoff for the struggle is so pathetic and disheartening, why even struggle?
I think the really sad part to me is that no one seems to have a clear idea of how things are actually going to get better.
Well, yeah, again,
because it's very obvious that our current leaders, even the ones who aren't, say, a Donald Trump, they don't really have any interest in like actually making things better.
Yeah.
And the common people, they don't necessarily have the power or anybody to really organize them to actually take action. So,
absolutely. Not to mention there's so much risk involved if there's a revolution just because of the type of weapons we have.
Yeah.
Again, it could be, if there was a revolution and let's say the governing officials got very militaristic, it could be a fucking massacre.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to mention, it's also just, you know, that's the thing, life is now set up to be where you have to be so obedient because a slight blunder and you could lose everything. Hell, I remember this one person said that, like, you know, at the start of the year, she got made redundant or she got laid off. She went through 27k worth of money and is about to become homeless. How the fuck do you go through 27k in that span of time? And she was, obviously, she was being sensible with her money, but because of the world we live in, how the fuck do you rob someone of 27k in less than like 5 months?
All right.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
So this is an interesting scene because I remember that when I uploaded this chapter, there were at least a couple people who were suggesting that Alaric should actually be spareable, and maybe like an optional party member. And it's one of those things where it's like I actually think that's kind of a cool idea, but it's one of those things where like I just kind of felt like it wasn't worth trying to put that in.
Maybe it's something you could maybe implement in the full game, but, you know, at this bit, it didn't need to be. But
yeah, it's one of the things where I probably will do it in the full game, where I'll have a condition where it is possible to spare and recruit him.
Also, Makoto, personally, again, this is coming from me, I wouldn't try giving up getting a job, or a job that you care about. Like, if there's a job that you actually care about, because I get the whole CV thing. The requirements for CVs are bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Don't get me wrong. I've been there. It's awful. But don't give up. I just say keep applying. Even if you're going to get rejected, it's better to apply, get rejected, than to not apply at all. Because if you apply, you have a 1 in 100 chance of getting hired. If you don't apply, you got 0 in 100, and 1 is better than 0.
That was weird. Discord disconnected us for a sec.
That's very strange. Oh, the opposition doesn't like us. But no, the whole CV thing, yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, if you want to get this as an entry-level job, you need all these requirements. Isn't the point of an entry-level job that I don't need requirements?
Yeah, no. I mean, I also have a weird thing with jobs because, like, I just have so much trouble with the idea of having, you know, of getting like a regular ass day job, because it's just a case of like, because it's just a case of like, you know, I'm just not sure that I'd be able to stay at one, you know, and do the best that I could.
Yeah. Again, I've got nothing against the idea of jobs, and I can make one work, but it's the jobs in the current market. It's not so much, and even then, sometimes it's not, like, because a lot of people are passionate and would happily go into various fields if the type of work that we're kind of expected to do wasn't so extreme. Again, the work-life balance is awful, and we're being overworked for very little pay, and by the time we get our pay, we are overcharged, overtaxed, and all that jazz. It's one of those things where it doesn't feel worth it, because I can tell you, if you could live off a low to minimum wage job, I think a lot of people would be very happy to live that life if they could live it comfortably, but you can't. Yeah.
Anyways, end of stream.
End of stream indeed, but yeah, it got kind of deep. Anyway, so thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that you all had a wonderful time and enjoyed the stream. So yeah, Friday we should be good for another one, hopefully.
Either Thursday or Friday.
All right, well,
it remains to be seen if I'm free on Thursday, but if I'm not, then Friday.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow should be more Spider-Man. In the meantime, let's go see who stream we can raid. But yeah, and also thank you, Strawberry Systems 22 for following. I very, very much appreciate it. Anyway, let's see.
All right.
Anybody playing Fire Emblem by any chance? Just out of curiosity. I know I usually pop up with stuff like that. Anyway. Let's actually go see... Let's go see Com. I haven't seen Com in a while. There. There we go. He's playing Persona. Cool. Anyway, until then, thank you all very, 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 very much for watching. I will see you all next time. Take care. Be sure to have an absolutely fantastic, incredible evening. Take care of yourselves, people. And I love you all. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Cool. All right, and we are done.